Jump right in, don't hesitate. Summer's here, we can hardly wait. Jump right in, let's have some fun. Enjoy life in the sun. Jump right in, don't hesitate. Summer's here, we can hardly wait. Jump right in, let's have some fun. Enjoy life in the sun. A wise man once said, Flipper D do. It worked for him, it could work for you. Life's too short to be normal. Get a little wild, get a little weird. The world is full of options. Try the unknown, face your fears. Jump, jump, jump in. Touch grass, yeah. Jump right in, don't hesitate. Summer's here, we can hardly wait. Jump right in, right here, right now. Have some fun, live life in the sun.
Hey everybody, welcome to Play All Day Extra. This is our first time doing a live vlog. We want to tell you all about our 5-day excursion through 7-8 states, covering around 2,000 miles. We saw a lot, we did a lot, and we're just going to tell you all about it. And we're going to go in order, starting with our first stop, which was at Kings Island in Mason, Ohio, which is basically right outside of Cincinnati. So what I wanted to do was drop on down and go around the park on Google Maps, but guess what? It's like all footage from 2011, which is completely different from our experience with it 15 years later. So I don't know. We're just going to kind of throw things together as best we can here. So, Kings Island in Ohio. I had personally been there before. This was Hop and Hop 2's first time. But it's been so long since I went that, let me show you this. When I went, they still had Son of Beast. So I'm pulling up Roller Coaster Database here too, which was... It was the only wooden hypercoaster ever built and the only wooden coaster with a vertical loop. And they removed it in 2009. So that's how long it's been since I had been to Kings Island. But yeah, that was a trip way back then. But they do have a lot of roller coasters. And we did not ride them all. We just kind of picked out the ones we were most interested in, the most that seemed fun to us. Does anybody want to talk about them?
What, any of the rides? Let's go in order of the ones we went.
Okay, so what we did was we got the fast lane. Was it called fast lane?
Yeah.
We got the fast lane pass so that we can make the most of our time. It definitely makes a difference. It'll cost you, but you know, we thought, when are we going to be back here? So what'd you say? Next year, she says. So we just went for it. And we started with Banshee. Should I show the rides on here?
Yes.
Where is she? There is. We started with Banshee, which is it's an inverted ride where you're hanging below the track. And let's see, we've ridden a few of these. Let's see. Great Bear at Hershey was really good. But this one, to me, it hurt my head. So that was probably just a me thing. What did you guys think of Banshee?
I thought it was fun. I like when it goes upside down, but I feel like it might have gone upside down too many times. It was good. There was one part I didn't like. It like twisted. And it was slow. So you were like slowly going upside down. And it was...
It's probably right there at that part where it twisted slow. I don't know. But yeah, it was a good ride, but any other day it might be fine. But that day it hurt my head. That happens sometimes. I don't do well with inversions sometimes. Then after that, we did Diamondback, which was one of the ones Hop 2 was most excited about. And it's, yeah, but you were more excited for Banshee. Can I not scroll through? Oh, yes, I can. Okay. So it was, what, 200 feet drop? Something like that?
Wait.
Oh, are you on? Okay. Hop 2's going to give us the stats. A 200.
230 feet high.
Okay, 230 feet high with a 215 drop.
And its speed is 80 miles per hour.
80 miles per hour. So that's what we rode next. And
Wait.
it was probably worth getting the fast lane for this one because it had the longest line of any of them that, well, maybe, that we could see up to that point. So I'm glad we had it for that. The one thing I don't like about Fast Pass is you don't get to sit in the front. Which is where I prefer to sit. But, you know, you get on quick, so there's that. And after that, we did... Huh?
We're not going to talk about it?
What do you want to say about it? How did you like Diamondback?
It was the best ride there. It was very fun.
Disagree. I mean, it was very fun, but I don't think it was the best ride there.
It was really good, and I liked the airtime.
The airtime was great on it. That is true. Yeah, it was a really good ride.
2009?
It was built in 2009, yes. Or it opened in 2009. It was okay. Then we did Mystic Timbers, which it's calling it a wood extreme. Was it not a hybrid? Maybe not. That's a cool like computer image of it. Wait, did they not have real pictures of it? So this is just computer images of it. Okay, no, I got some pictures now. I was really looking forward to it because I'd heard it was really good, and we've done other rides like this before that were really fun. Is it just straight wood? It might be. I think it actually is. I think it actually is. Okay. Well, yeah, because some of the hybrids like actually do kind of go upside down.
I forgot about that part.
Okay, so thoughts on Mystic Timbers?
Actually, I thought it was really fun. And I usually don't like wooden roller coasters. They're way too rough. I don't like rough roller coasters.
I didn't think it was that rough. Okay, so then after we rode those 3 rides, we had lunch. And one thing that was cool about Kings Island was they had gluten-free chicken tenders. Like there weren't even regular ones. They were just all gluten-free at the place we went. So that was cool. Because I have to eat gluten-free. Not always fun. It's actually never fun, but it is what it is. We rode the train after lunch. That was, a train. Then we did Orion, which is by far the tallest coaster Hop and Hop 2 have ever ridden. It is a 300-foot drop, 91 miles per hour. So I have ridden one thing like this before, but I mean, look at that. And that drop is straight down. To me, this was the best ride of the day. And we rode it twice in a row. Thank you, Fast Pass or Fast Lane or whatever you are. Okay, Hoptastic.
I liked it. I don't know why it wasn't my favorite. I liked it. I just feel like there were some parts where I just felt like dizzy and stuff. It was probably like my 3rd favorite.
Look at the picture. Everybody's got masks on. You can tell it's 2020. Okay, Hoptastic 2.
It was awesome, but the worst part is just one time on the ride, the 2 times I've ridden it, my eyes turned brown. I don't like that.
The brown out.
But otherwise...
See, that's what happened to me on Banshee. So, yeah. What am I looking at here? Is this Diamondback and Orion together?
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool. Orion's like 100 feet taller, but...
I guess.
Yeah, I like a big drop, so that was fun. Okay, so after that, we rode Diamondback again to kind of compare them. And I think, Hop 2, you said they were tied to you. And Hoptastic liked Diamondback better, and I liked Orion better. So that's how we felt about that. Then after that, we tried to go to the Beast earlier, but it was closed, but then it was open. So we went to ride the Beast, which I have ridden before. But apparently I misremembered it because I thought it was just chill. Y'all, that ride's crazy. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was really crazy, especially when you go into like the tunnel things where you feel like you're going to almost flip over. Okay, I have a lot to say about it. So it wasn't too badly rough, except sometimes, like every now and then, there would be a part in the track where it'd be so rough. And the part that I hated, which now I probably feel differently since I know I'm not going to fall over, but it was starting to like turn sideways, and then it turned sideways even more. And I literally thought we were going to flip over.
Okay.
Another thing I have to say about it is that when it was going up, it was actually really slow. You felt it was like kind of stopping when it went up, and then when it was the drop, it was actually very fast.
The end of it was crazy though. I did not remember that at all.
I know my favorite part.
What was your favorite part?
It was the part after you started going more sideways. You were still sideways, but you went through like it wasn't really a tunnel because you weren't underground, but I guess a tunnel basically, yeah. And it went really fast. That was my favorite.
It went really fast. Built in 1979. So it's like an iconic roller coaster. And I'm glad we rode it because it was fun. Oh, it's incredibly long. It is one of the longest.
I also like the trees when you went through the trees.
Yeah, it's a really cool setting. So, I mean, you can see it on here. Most of the coaster you can't even see because it's like embedded in the trees here. But, yeah. It calls it wooden roller coaster with steep drops. Okay, I don't remember the drops as much as just the craziness, but
it was my second least favorite.
It's a good. I would ride that again. I would go ride it and Orion right now. But I like all the rides. I don't know that I'd ride Banshee again though because it hurt my head.
I
But
liked it, but it was my least favorite of all of them.
okay. But anyway, we had a good day there because we had that fast lane thing, and we were able to just get right on every coaster, and it was great. What tower? Okay, and then we went. Obviously, I have this picture that we did go up in the tower, and you can see this picture that Hoptastic took from it of Orion. So that was a good day. That was how we started our trip. And then, let's see, I'm just gonna refer to Google Maps on this a lot. So let's see. We left Kings Island and we headed to our next destination. Help me find it. I'm gonna have to scoot on out because we went to a lot of places, did a lot of things. Okay, Indiana. So our next spot was, what? We went to Indiana next.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's right.
Okay, there's South Bend, so it's somewhere near South Bend. So our next stop was Elkhart. Where is it? Which may be a place you've never heard of. If anybody can help me find Elkhart,
Can I do it?
please do.
It's right there.
There's Elkhart. I was looking under South Bend. Okay, Elkhart, Indiana. Hoptastic and Hoptastic 2 really like trains, and they watch virtual rail cams a lot, and one of them is in Elkhart. And since we were kind of passing through the area, we thought, why not go there? So we went up to Elkhart, and while we were this close, we popped up into Michigan just to say we'd been to Michigan because we never had. And then came back to Elkhart, and I mean, we saw a bunch of trains, Amtraks, that kind of thing. Do you guys have anything to say about Elkhart in particular besides the thing that I'm going to say in a minute?
I have something to say. Did you say that had a lot of trains?
I said the trains.
Yeah, it is like trains like every let me think, like 10 minutes maybe, if it's like really busy.
Right, because we were near the rail yard and the train station where they have the Amtraks. So, yeah, there you go. So we stayed in Elkhart overnight. We popped up to Michigan. The next day we hung out in Elkhart, and we saw something that I did not know existed. You guys didn't know existed? I want to hear everybody else's experience with this because this is something that blew my mind. Why am I still on that picture? I was supposed to be on maps. Okay, there's Elkhart. Okay. Yeah, a lot of trains. And then the thing that blew my mind, guys, in Elkhart, and only in Elkhart, we saw a black squirrel. I've never seen a black squirrel in my life. I didn't know they existed. all the squirrels we see are basically gray, like brownish gray. So we saw 3, 4 black squirrels. They were all over the place. So I want to know if any of you have ever seen a black squirrel, because they don't have them where we're from. And where else? Somewhere else we saw a squirrel and it was just the standard gray. So tell me in the chat, have you ever seen a black squirrel in your neck of the woods?
Wait, hold on. You just say, we saw like 3 black squirrels. 'Cause the first one had like a reddish tail.
Yeah.
And then we're looking for more. And then Hoptastic 3 is like, oh, we need to find another black squirrel. And then there's suddenly one. And I just like took a picture.
Yeah, I didn't get any good pictures, but okay, so you've seen those. I never knew they existed. So I looked up squirrels and they have red ones, fox squirrels. Very rarely you could see a white one, which I assume would just be kind of like an albino squirrel. But yeah, I didn't know they existed. So that was a big deal. Our Elkhart black squirrel. Okay, back to the map. After Elkhart, we did something pretty cool. Who wants to talk about it? Does anybody want to take over for this part? What we did after Elkhart?
Yeah. I'm terrible at explaining.
This is Hoptastic.
Yeah, I'm terrible at explaining things. But basically, there's this steam locomotive that is owned by Union Pacific, and it's one of the only remaining Union Pacific steam locomotives, or whatever. And it was going to be in a place in Indiana. How would you say it?
Okay, I'm not sure if it's Argos or Argus. We heard people say it both ways who were from the area. Here it is. So yeah, the steam train is a big deal. It's going across the country right now. And it just happened to be going through here when we were going to be kind of in the vicinity. So we kind of went a little bit out of our way to go to see it. And so did many, many other people. It's been packed everywhere it goes, which I think is pretty cool. That we were able to be part of it. What?
Yeah. I actually have a funny story of it. When we were sitting down eating breakfast at the hotel in Elkhart, there was on the TV, there's like news about it and stuff, like I guess local news. And then there was an old man who was like, big boy train. So everybody was talking about it.
Yeah. Everybody seems to know about it. Look, he's seen an albino squirrel. Mr. Waffles has. Okay, so I'm going to share with you the video I took of Big Boy. I tried to turn the volume down because it was loud, but be warned, it could be loud. And Hoptastic has one on her channel, so go to Hoptastic Gaming and Fun to watch hers. Okay, Hoptastic, what did you want to say?
So, a few things I wanted to say. What were you going to talk about the bell at all? Okay. So, of course, that's a Union Pacific train, and behind it was a Norfolk Southern special 250 years of the United States locomotive. Because it's on a Norfolk Southern track now, I guess they have to have one of their locomotives on it or something like that. So, it's the one that is red and white and blue and has a bell on it.
Yeah, so they had like part Norfolk Southern, part Union Pacific on it. So we wanted to get there early, obviously, because, you know, it's a big deal. And it was going to stop at one intersection, but we didn't want to see it stop. We wanted to see it going. So we went basically one intersection over. And when we got there, there were a lot of people there, but we got a good spot. But oh my goodness, at the people that came in the next 2 hours while we were waiting, it was so many people, cars. I mean, it was just packed. So it was a really cool experience that we just got lucky that it lined up with our schedule. And did we have anything else to say about that experience? Anybody?
I can't really think of anything. So, I don't know.
Everybody was really nice. Lots of people there. And people would walk by and just chat. It was cool. So that was a good day. And from there, we headed off toward, well, one of the worst experiences. I believe Hop 2 called it the worst day of her life, was it?
I don't know.
After that, or maybe including that, she did not like all the like cars driving by and everything, because it was a tiny dirt road. Like we were in a farmer's cornfield basically. So it was, yeah, crazy. But then it got worse because we went up toward Chicago, which I will find, and encountered toll booth trauma. I don't know if you guys have ever been around, I mean, specifically Chicago, but maybe a lot of big cities that have tolls. The ones that you can just drive through, the open road tolls, are great. But Chicago, you have like 7 that you have to go through. There's no organization to them. People are trying to fly by and cut in. I would say we were in line at the toll booth for an hour and a half, do you think?
I have no idea.
It was a really long time. And P.S., there's no bathrooms. So, you know, it can get pretty uncomfortable. That was not fun. Or we were already exhausted from the whole big boy thing. So that was just crazy. And then we went, we finally got into Chicago, which, do I have any? I don't think I have any pictures specifically from Chicago. Hoptastic is going to be doing a vlog on her channel. Again, it's Hoptastic's Gaming and Fun, where she's going to share all of her pictures and kind of an overview of the trip. But I do have something kind of funny that happened. I will say we did get Chicago style pizza at Lou Malnati's, which I had before, but it had been a really, really long time. So my cousin's ex-husband, he was from Chicago, and his mom once worked at Lou Malnati's. So I wouldn't say he got the recipe because his was different. He used to make Chicago style pizza and it was really good. Lou Malnati's not my favorite. If you like Parmesan, you might like it, but
I actually disagree. I think it was probably one of the best pizzas I've ever had because it had like tomatoes on it.
See, they make a gluten-free one. I should say that as well. So that's what I had, and it was fine. Parmesan, too much Parmesan.
I tried a little bit of the gluten-free, and it was actually very good for a gluten-free pizza.
Yeah. Anything? Oh, yeah, we saw some trains. We were in the Northbrook area for a little while and saw some trains there, which was cool. It was pretty much mostly Amtrak's and Metra going through there. But then we saw something that I just had to film. Going down the road. So this is a very uniquely colored Lamborghini. And I saw it and I wanted to get a picture of it. But then I saw on the window, he had I guess it was like an Instagram handle. So I looked him up and it's a guy who apparently is an online gamer who does a lot of Grand Theft Auto. And then he has other social media pretty much dedicated to his car. And that was him driving through Chicago. It was something to see. I have it where I can hear myself. So yeah, it was the color of it that I'm just having it looping here so you can really get a picture. But yeah, you saw this green coming up behind you, and it's like, wow, that's a Lamborghini. And then he got close, and the color was just wild. So I looked on his stuff, and it used to be yellow, and I guess he got this wrap on it, which I say good call because it looked amazing. So I guess he's from Chicago. Okay, so that was. Well, I mean, I don't think he's hiding where he's from. He has his channel name like on his vehicle. He likes the attention. He trusts me. Okay, after that we headed up through Milwaukee and actually had a pretty great food day in Milwaukee. Let's see, where did we stay? We stayed in Kenosha overnight, and we got up and went to a place called Mad Rooster for breakfast. They had gluten-free pancakes, and then drove on up through Milwaukee, which was cool. And then we headed, of course, no surprise where we went next. Where is it? Anybody? There's Appleton. Okay, we went to Greenville. Again, Hoptastic is going to do her whole vlog about it. So she's got all the pictures and I don't know, did you take videos? Yeah. Pictures and videos, but we can tell you about it now. Do we want to go into the game or just do it looking overhead? I mean, we can just do it. Okay, so there were so many similarities and there were some differences. The first thing we saw was actually, I don't know if you know this or not, but the Just by Craig's Tires Plus area is actually in Appleton. We were just going over a bridge, like an overpass, and I looked out and there was Best Buy, Dick's, and Tires Plus. It looks just like the game, just not in Greenville. It's in Appleton. I was going to try to find it on the map here. Does anybody know exactly where it would be on the map? Do you see it on the map here?
Where, Greenville?
No, in Appleton. Do you know where to find it? Hoptastic 2 is...
Just hold up while I try to find it. There's this thing.
Okay. So I know that I've gone on Google Maps around Greenville before, and we knew that it was... that some of the stuff is actually outside of Greenville. They just put it all in together for the sake of the game. It would have been along this highway. Because, I mean, you can see it right. I don't know.
Isn't it off of
I guess it would be up here probably. Because we would have been on the interstate. Well, anyway, probably around here. Okay, well, it's fine. Just trust us. It was in Appleton. There's Grand Chute. We saw that. Then we drove toward Greenville and we saw a Porsche dealership and we thought, hey, we need to go to that and see if there's any green Porsches. Was this actually in Greenville?
I think it might have been. Well, it was, wait, hold on. It was right outside where the Best Buy and stuff was a little bit.
Okay, so it was kind of between Appleton and Greenville. I think it was pretty close to Greenville. And we just dipped off to see if there were any green Porsches for Nick. And we realized that there was a whole bunch of car dealerships. What was the guy? Bergstrom? Oh, he owned like 10 car dealerships there, and they were all there.
Also scattered throughout.
Wisconsin. But all of a sudden, we noticed one of them looked just like the dealership. Was it the Nissan one? Yeah, the Nissan one it's got to be what they based the dealership on. It had the water feature out front. It just looked just like it. And after that, we were in Greenville. We pretty quickly came upon what is supposed to be Burger House. It's a McDonald's, but it's with a gas station. And it's uncanny how much stuff looks like it. Hoptastic will show you. We ended up going in the store for snacks and drinks. And what did we buy? We bought, what are those things called? Peelers. Banana peelers. I don't know if you've ever had peelers. And the guy behind the counter said he didn't like them. He said, I bought some of those. They're not good. And he's right. They weren't good.
Okay. The banana is terrible. Everything else is great.
I've never only had the banana.
My opinion is every single peeler I've tried so far is actually very good. Even the banana. It tastes just like bananas.
It smells like bananas. We drove around. We saw, just a Hoptastic will show you. It's just so many things. Every time, we turn around, there was something. And we did end up going to the Twist for ice cream. Oh, wait, I should say we went to lunch in Appleton at a place called Tom's Drive-In, which was so good. I wish it was in the game. It was so cute. The tables, like where you sit, the seats were old tilt-a-whirl. What do you call them? Cars? Tilt-a-whirl cars? Seats? Whatever. So that's what you sit in to eat. And it was a really cool place. And then we went to the Twist for ice cream, which was amazing. They had goats at the Twist.
But they won't always.
No, they were just for the day. It was like a little petting zoo set up outside the Twist with goats. And they had you sign up for a raffle where they would bring the goats to your house. And they had to sign up. And I'm like, we'll sign up, but I don't think you're going to bring the goats all the way to us. They were so nice. Everybody was so nice, though. We went to, okay, go ahead.
Oh, I have to say something about Greenville. There's a lot more people than you would expect. It's like crowded.
The sign said the population's like 12,000. I think we saw every single one of those 12,000 people. Every park was just people. They have some of the nicest parks and they use them. We went to, in the game it's Cats Park, but in real life it's Lions Park. And there's actually several Lions Parks. And they just have bulletin boards with all these activities they have at their parks. It was just such a cool little community in general. The people really, they seem to like their town and use their town. The Twist was really crowded. Everything was just a lot of people. And I'm proud to say that we found Victory Grill, which is actually Spectators Grill. Visitors? Did I say Victory? I wrote Victory on this paper where I was writing everything we saw. Visitors. I famously took 3 hours in the game to find it way back in the day, but we found it very quickly. It is pretty much where it is in the game. If you go left at the traffic circle near Burger House. Oh, hold on. Let me. You know what? No, we did not get pulled over. I didn't see anybody get pulled over. We had that on our list of things to look for. So nobody got pulled over. Oh, yeah. But when we were pulling out of the Burger House parking lot, it is right next to the Amazon facility, which is Sahara in the game. But in the game, you've got Hunties in between. Well, obviously, Hunties isn't real. Yeah, there were no cops in the server. But the Amazon facility is right there. And I guess they were all getting on starting their shift when we were pulling out because there's just so many Amazon trucks right there, which was funny. And I don't know. The only other thing, actually, there's a couple things. Where were we when I navigated us? Were we near the twist?
Yeah, no, we were.
The station?
We were like where the Leo's Diner intersection is. No, we were past there. No, I know we were right past there. Like we're right past there.
Okay, we were near Leo's Diner, and we wanted to go over to Burger Night. I navigated us there based solely on my Greenville knowledge, and everybody doubted me that I would get us there. But guess what?
I did not do it. I did not doubt you.
I felt doubt. But thank you. I got us there immediately, perfectly, right to Burger Night, which is Burger King. And the airport, by the way, uncanny. How much? But no drag strip, which was odd. We expected to see people drag racing there. Thoughts?
I think the most disappointing thing is that there are no green Porsches.
We didn't see a green Porsche. We did not see a daytime Jeep. We did.
I saw a white one, but it wasn't similar.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a daytime Jeep. But also interesting. The road that the station is on was closed. So we did use our game knowledge to navigate a back way to that. So we did get to see the station. If you want to, but that might be hard to explain. Do you want to do it? Or do you want me to do it?
Okay. So this is Hoptastic, by the way. So we're watching this video. Do I explain what the video or just?
Yeah, so yeah, you can.
So there's like this video and it's like showing this pool. It's just like an overhead view of this pool.
The people building a pool and telling their experience building a pool with this company.
Well, I don't know if it's telling their experience. I think it was just showing the pool.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was just showing the pool, and I was like, hey, that looks like Greenville. And then we were on Google Maps one day, and Hoptastic 3 went past the house. I'm like, wait, that's the house from the video. And it was in Greenville. So
It really was in Greenville. She was right. And so,
we went past it and saw the house.
true story.
So we saw it on YouTube, Google Maps, and in real life.
Yep. I guess the only other thing to mention about Greenville is that the school, not in Greenville at all. It is in Hortonville. And I think it's called Hortonville High School. But it's definitely the correct school because it does look like it. And they have a giant polar bear outside it. So I guess we'll see those in Hoptastic's video when she's able to compile all the videos and pictures and everything into that. So yes. Was there anything else? We ended up also going to Wapaka, which is 20-30 minutes away. It's another place where Hoptastic and Hoptastic 2 have watched rail cams. And we went to their little museum, and the people who work there were so nice and gave us like a tour and so much information. And that was like one of the really cool parts of the trip that we did not expect. So, oh no. Chicago on a train. Okay, yes, on the train. You won't have to deal with the tolls. That's what I said. I said, if we go again, we should just take the Amtrak.
Well, we probably stay in Northbrook and then take the train to Chicago.
Yeah, but we still have to get to Northbrook.
We go around.
Oh, yeah. You can go around the tolls. I would say it takes longer, but it would not take as long as sitting at the tolls. Huh? All right. Do we have anything else? Anything else anybody wants to talk about? What was your favorite part of the trip, maybe? Hoptastic?
I feel bad for not saying Greenville. Because, I like that part of the trip, but I don't know if it was my favorite part of the trip. I feel like it was. I feel like I had 3 favorite parts of the trip, actually. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I think my 3 favorite parts of the trip were Greenville, of course, seeing all the places and stuff that were just like the game. Wapaka was fun, and Kings Island. I think those were my 3 favorite places. Or things.
Okay, Hoptastic too.
No, don't make me pick.
You don't have to pick.
Everything. Oh, what was the weirdest thing we saw?
The black squirrel.
That was different.
I'm at the twist, y'all. Yeah, the black squirrel was a pretty crazy part of it. But Greenville, the vibe, the atmosphere of Greenville really surprised me that it was just, I don't know, it just seemed like a cozy place. But I would say Black Squirrel was the weirdest thing I saw. But also, yeah, also one of the best. Any more questions? Oh, School Road in Greenville. It it has I guess an elementary, middle school. Yeah, Stetson wants to talk about what happened at the twist. Okay. So going back 3 years this summer, you might know one of our iconic moments in history was Die Time, where Jake from State Farm lured me into his white Jeep and drove me into the lake at Greenville. He said, "Die time," drove me in, and allegedly killed me. So that's always been kind of a joke, die timing, yada, 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 State Farm. Well, we were in the twist in Greenville, Wisconsin, and this lady is going around with a State Farm t-shirt on. She's going from table to table and talking to everybody and stuff. So she comes to our table and she's handing out little rubber ducks. Does anybody know the significance of rubber ducks? It's the official mascot of Jeeps. What are the chances that when we're in Greenville, somebody from State Farm gives us Jeep ducks? The official mascot of Die Time. Yes. Yes, it was wild. She did not. I was disappointed that the State Farm lady did not drive a white Jeep. Not that I know of. Like I said, we didn't see one at all in Greenville. But I don't know what she drove. I think she was with the goats.
She was.
I think that because you could win in the raffle, you either won the goats coming to your house or that gift basket, and the gift basket had State Farm on it. So I think she was. What?
Are we on the Facebook of the?
I don't think anybody took a picture of us.
Yeah, remember? She said that she didn't take a picture of us with the dog.
Oh, I don't know.
You can look at the bottom of the dog and see.
That's wild. But anyway, that was a wild coincidence. You should play a stream where you play Emergency Response Liberty County. I've never played that.
I heard that. I think I've.
You never know. Okay. Well, I think that's about all that.
Unless anybody has any questions.
Yeah, unless anybody has any more questions, that's pretty much the story of the trip. All in all, probably over 2,000 miles, but around 2,000 miles round trip. Picked up a couple states I had never been to. Never thought I'd go to.
My favorite states: Wisconsin, Ohio.
So, Hoptastic says Wisconsin and Ohio were her favorite states that we went to. I would say Wisconsin was unexpected how nice it was. Like, I knew it'd be nice, but just how it felt to be there was really nice. And Michigan, we only went a little bit into Michigan just to say we'd been there. We got out, took a picture of a really cool sunset. It was like sunset over Michigan. That was really nice. I think those were two of the high points. It just felt really good in those places. And the black squirrel. All right. Closing thoughts, Hoptastic?
Closing thoughts about anything? I don't know. Unless you like ask me a question that I don't know what to really say about. I feel like.
Do you recommend people to go to any of the places we went to?
Yeah, I recommend every place.
How about you, Hop 2?
Well, what am I saying?
Do you recommend people to go to any of the places we went to?
Yes.
The weather good? The weather was,
It rains.
well, but it was almost perfect every time we tried to go anywhere. It rained while we were driving some, but when it was time to get out and do things, it was nice weather. It was really warm. It was probably 80 degrees in Greenville.
Yeah, it was warm.
So, yeah, I would recommend.
Did you see any trees?
All
Yes,
people-
then list them all.
List them all. I mean,
Oh, yeah, we saw that weird one.
we saw some like regional, I guess you would say, things that I didn't know they existed. Hop and Hop 2 might have.
The Genesee and Wyoming one.
Genesee and Wyoming.
That's a company that owns a bunch of little ones.
Yeah. Have we ever vacationed out of the country? No.
Unless it's Canada. I want to go to Canada.
They want to go to Canada.
Can we do that for my birthday? You would never.
No, I haven't. My parents have traveled literally everywhere, but I have not. I like the idea of traveling all over this country. I would go to Canada, but I don't know. Nowhere else like really, really strongly would I want to go to.
Why I like Canada more than anywhere else besides this country is I feel like because it's so similar to here that it would just feel like, because if it's too unsimilar to the United States, I feel like it would be weird and I wouldn't really like that.
They speak our language for the most part. They have some French in there too. But yeah, communication barriers would make me anxious going to other countries.
I feel like people would talk about you like other American people.
Cool. You'll have to tell us how you like Canada. I'm just kind of reading the chat and responding to things. All right. Well, I guess if there's any other questions, you can put them in the comments and we can answer them that way. My dream country to travel to, if I got the chance, I might need to give that one some thought. There's a lot of places that would be cool to see. I think Italy would be cool. There's so many parts of Italy. What?
Of course, I would want to go to Canada, but the second would be Japan because apparently people are really nice there.
Yeah. New Zealand comes to mind as well.
I would just say Canada and only Canada.
Nowhere else.
Nope.
Okay. Well, there you have it.
Well,
Well,
we saw a lot of Canadian National.
Canadian National. Yeah, we did.
They're big in Wisconsin.
I'm trying to remember where we saw those.
Elkhart and
Yeah, it was an Elkhart. It wasn't even. Yeah. Whew. So yeah, it was 5 days. We packed all that into 5 days, which was a lot. The Bahamas. Okay. So now we're tired, and that's why we did a nice simple live stream this week. But next week we have a pretty big one, and we will try to schedule that one soon. But I guess that is it for this stream. Again, watch for Hoptastic's video about our trip. I think she's going to do two. Are you going to do two?
yes, I am.
One about Greenville only, and then one about the rest of the trip. So watch for that. Thank you for watching, and I don't know, we'll do something over here again next time because it's been a while. Bye.